single word to describe them.
Johnny, there's a lot of trouble still in the world. We've got aliens, we've got wars, we've got bloody Trump, we've got all sorts of bloody... Did you know that no one knows what happened to Moses? Moses? You mean the... Yeah, Moses. Well, no, I didn't know that, but Johnny...
We're free! There is no freedom without the law. Whose law, Moses? Yours?
Yeah, that Moses. It came to my attention just recently, Johnny, that no one knows what bloody happened to the bloke.
The most mysterious and controversial Bible passages, part 1. I got my guy Ray Rock with me, and today we're going to be talking about the death of Moses.
But Johnny, I'm not sure that this is the most important thing that's on people's minds at this particular time.
The death of Moses. Ray, set this up for us. One of the most mysterious passages. Why so?
One of the most mysterious passages in the Bible because the way the story is told through tradition.
Now, apparently he was 120 years old. 120? Jesus. Yeah, 120 years old. And I'm thinking that maybe he got so old that he just wandered around and gave everybody the shits, and no one sort of worried about him anymore. And he just wandered off one day and never came back, and people felt guilty and had to make up this story that he went out and he spoke to God and God showed him the promised land and all that sort of shit. But then God just did away with him. Are you telling me one of the most famous people in the bloody Bible, and no one knows what actually happened to him, and no one knows where he's buried? Is that what you're bloody insinuating? I mean, it's a bit like today when you put your old folks in the old folks' home. They're going around the bend a bit, and they're causing a lot of trouble and wandering off and all that sort of thing. So you can imagine what an 120-year-old bloody bloke would be doing back then. It'd be a nightmare.
And then Moses went up to Mount Nebo from the plains of Moab and climbed Pisgah Peak, which is across from Jericho. And the Lord said to Moses, "This is the land I promised an oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob when I said, I will give it to your descendants. I have now allowed you to see it with your own eyes, but you will not enter the land." Big want from Moses here. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, just as the Lord had said. The Lord buried him in a valley near Beth Peor in Moab. But to this day, no one knows the exact place. Moses was 120 years old when he died, yet
They reckon that God took him up to heaven or whatever, but they wonder about where he buried his body. Now God, he apparently told some people that you're never going to see where he's buried. I've done it secretly, and that might just be a sort of an excuse that people made because they don't know what the fucking hell happened to him.
We'll find him in the end, I promise you. We'll find him.
It sounds like that to me. That's what would happen logically.